love me, heartbreaking moment, police shoot and kill dog that was defending owner when officers arrested him for filming them. And I would say the guy's filming while black, and is that why he got arrested? And the cops have M16s while they're out doing this, by the way. And the actual police, whatever they're doing, is about 60 yards away. They've got some cars blocking the streets, so the guy knows, you know, he's been Fallujah trained. He doesn't get past that line, and they march over with their M16s because he's got an evil cell phone camera, and arrest him. And then his dog, with his leash tied to him, jumps out and runs over, and the cop shoots him. Absolutely amazing. But when a police dog gets shot coming into somebody's house, they have a funeral, shut down Houston, and act like, you know, George Washington had just died. So, see, it's all about turning your emotions on and off. When it's the government, oh, we have emotions, we love you, oh, thank God for you. And again, I'll tell the story of being out there with a friend that has a boat on Lake Austin. There was nobody out there yesterday. Saw 5 boats. I saw the cops pull over the 5 boats. I saw 2 kayakers. I saw them go over and harass the kayakers. And when we drove by it, like 50 yards away, the cops were bugging their eyes out at us. We were sitting there very calmly looking at them. And then they pulled up behind us and were bugging their eyes out and looking real aggressive. I didn't stand up aggressively. I just stood there with a smile on my face, videotaping them, and that took the pleasure away. Then they all waved sheepishly. And again, those aren't bad men individually. They've been brought up that that's manly and that that's how you treat the American people because, you know, we're dangerous scum, got to be kept in line for his safety. We're insurgents. Everyone's a criminal. Everyone's guilty until proven slave, except for them. Because there's a war on for your mind. That has been our motto here at InfoWars for my 18 years of battle against the globalist. And now we see the open announcements of global, private, corporate tyranny over our governments. That's what the New World Order is an unaccountable private combine of organized crime engaged in corporate takeovers of nation states and the conscious attempt to abolish basic rights and fundamental liberties. Infowars.com is not just leading the charge against this here in the U.S. or North America. We are leading the charge worldwide. And that's because our listeners, our viewers, our supporters, fellow freedom lovers like you across the planet resonate with our message of liberty and telling it like it is. And that's why for the last 2 years especially, I have thrown everything I've got, my time, my energy, our backup capital, everything into really trying to awaken the sleeping giant that is humanity. And that's why the July issue that just came in a few days ago is so important. We've already sold about half the stock we have of it at cost in groups of 10 up to 100 in bulk. It covers the entire NSA spy grid, how it ties in worldwide, how it's not about stopping terrorists, but about suppressing and dominating and controlling the free press and political opposition. And in this magazine, we don't just have 3 free bumper stickers like I did a few months ago. We have 10 bumper stickers, 4 full-size ones with amazing messages guaranteed to get people thinking like America has been occupied by globalist forces. Infowars.com. Listen to Alex Jones at Infowars.com. Infowars.com. Forbidden information. Listen to Alex Jones. Infowars.com. And then on top of it, 6 medium-sized bumper stickers with the message as well. These are key to post in legal and lawful areas on your book bag, your computer, your car, or to give friends and family. I have printed 500,000 of these bumper stickers. Only half of this month's run of magazines has them. So when you purchase them in bulk or you're a 12-month subscriber, you will get the special issue. And I can't afford to do this every month, so it's going to be quite a while until we do this again. Please take advantage of this. Buy them in bulk and give them to your friends and family and encourage them to get these bumper stickers out, because with 500,000 stickers, we can reach tens of millions of people with the message of truth. They want to collectivize us. They want to bankrupt us. They want to drive us into their arms to control us. They want to dumb us down. But the sleeping giant that is for humanity is awakening. So I want to thank you all for your support. I want to encourage everybody to go to InfoWarsStore.com and to get a 12-month subscription or to give a gift subscription. Imagine 12 of these coming to your friends or family's door to wake them up. Or to give a gift subscription to the local police department or your local congressman or woman. This is how we're going to affect change, voting with our dollars and voting with our time. Again, visit InfoWarsStore.com today to subscribe, to get the magazine in bulk, or to give a gift subscription, or to give yourself a subscription to wake up friends and family. I am all in. I am committed 110% to not mince words and to not back off and to boldly confront the globalist. And our listeners and supporters, our info warriors, who aren't behind us, they're right beside us. So I want to thank all of you that have supported us in the past, and I want to encourage all of you out there who may be on the fence, that know this information is true, but have been scared to take action. You had better be scared of not taking action and letting this monstrous system come to fruition. Now is the time to commit. Now is the time to say which side of history you're on. Now is the time to stand against the globalist and the New World Order. And regardless of whether you get this July issue, this July 4th resistance to tyrants issue, spread the word about liberty, resist corruption in your area. Millions of us doing little things can move mountains together. I'm Alex Jones signing off for Infowars.com and the Infowars team. So it's elementary. There's a global corporate empire that is trying to get rid of national sovereignty incrementally. It owns and created the dominant media. And it's now getting everybody used to having checkpoints, being searched, foreign troops, Russian troops here, U.S. troops over there. The Army War College now teaches that they're a globalist group that serves the multinationals. We're here. We're inside of this. And then meanwhile, I saw a story yesterday about a cop getting in a woman's face, so she kissed him on the nose. They slammed her down to the ground and then charged her with assaulting them. Or somebody blows bubbles at a demonstration and a bubble goes by a cop, so they slam her to the ground, charge them with assault. Or what the woman in Virginia, where they have these liquor police, they come out with a LaCroix bottled water and cookie dough and tell her, roll down her window. She goes to start the car so she can. They say, don't do that. They say, put your hands up. They say, open the door, but put your hands up. They knock the windows out, slam her to the ground, charge her with assaulting him on video. And now they assault you, then you're charged and go to the gulag. And then I see this video. And again, this isn't anti-police. It's that you've been brainwashed. What you're doing is wrong. Cops in L.A. get out with M16s. They've got a dozen police cars blocking the street. A guy's at the end of where they block the street videotaping. The cops come over and watch the full unedited video on Infowars.com. They put him in handcuffs, and it looks like the cop hits him in the face, does something to him. Because he, turns with his back to the camera, and then, boom, looks like something happens. The dog jumps out of the window, the Rottweiler, runs over, and they shoot the Rottweiler. And now they're saying they did it for the man's safety. This is how they execute people. A lot of CIA guys. You've seen the famous case, what was he, Carney, down in Houston. Famous CIA section chief. They get him out of the car, his hands are at his side, the cop just shoots him in the head. They're like, oh, that's a good thing. So the death squads are now operating. And most of them have been in heavy combat overseas. They've sat there with heavy machine guns at checkpoints. You've seen the entertainment videos where they just shoot up vehicles for fun. You've seen the death letters signed by the troops that have been ordered to kill all these people and then come home and commit suicide. I mean, we're in a lot of trouble, folks. All this is coming home to roost. The new enemy isn't al-Qaeda, it's the conservative libertarians. And what a perfect plan. This was all sold to conservatives as a way to fight the extreme Muslims when the globalists run them. Now, let me show you another article, and we're going to our guest on this. This is how they handle it in the Ukraine, because they're not drinking fluoride over there, folks, which lowers testosterone. Ukraine, police units stormed after brutal rape. Protesters hurled firebombs, stormed local police station unit in southern Ukraine after authorities refused to detain one of two police officers implicated in the brutal gang rape of a young woman. Well, I mean, I'm sure she deserved it. I'm being sarcastic, folks. Poor dog, poor lady. Residents of the town, some 330 kilometers south of Kiev, continue to rally outside the station Tuesday, booing the local governor and vowing to continue their vigil until the officer is arrested. During the storming late Monday, protesters smashed windows, broke doors, and set fire. And, of course, it was the Ukrainians and Polish that finally started fighting the secret police. Tired of their daughters being raped, they killed most of the Russian secret police. So they won't roll over, and that's why they're called terrorists. Very painful video to watch that dog up against. And dogs are smart, too. They could tell this is like, 3 cops with guns. The dog knows it's a weapon. You aim a squirt gun at a dog, it starts groveling. And that dog sees its daddy being drug away, so it goes over to protect him, and they killed it. And they're going to make excuses and they're going to make excuses when your bank accounts are taken. They're going to take excuses when you die of cancer from the vaccines. They're going to make excuses when Russians rape your children. It's not going to be mainly Russians, though. It's going to be Chinese that are meant to invade the U.S. That's in all the documents. That's why they're being given the Panama Canal and the Mexican ports and all of it. America is to be gutted one way or another. And you can bet the average cop out there will be side by side with Chinese troops and Mexican troops coming to your house. They'll do it in a minute because they're all being trained with them. Now let's go to David in Hawaii. David, what do you think of all this today?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you say you're in the Army, sir. Go ahead.
Yes, I am. This is David Knight. I'm in about 23 years of experience. I just wanted to make one comment, and then I wanted to say something about the video clip you just showed, and if I have a chance, say something about vaccinations in the military. But that video clip you just showed of the police officers, I mean, that's an example of kind of an extreme activity that's going on within the police departments. We do exchanges with other military programs all the time, but to bring in Russian troops, to bring in foreign soldiers, not only is it unconstitutional in the United States of America, but what you just showed in that video clip is exactly what you're going to get with foreign forces patrolling our streets.
Well, we're getting it with our police but here's the issue. You can say you train with foreign troops in case there's a hostage situation in a NATO country. I've been to the drills. They say it's one thing, but really it was for the occupation of the Bay Area and gun confiscation. I was able to get interrogations on video and have Marines off record admit what was going on. And then the Colonel Love freaked out when he found out I had it on tape. That's because it's meant to acclimate you. This isn't exchange programs, exactly. Now it's actually running events against American citizens. What do you make of that?
Exactly, and that's my point. That we, whether other training operations were designed to acclimate people, that could be. But what you just showed, that video clip of the gentleman with his dog getting shot and him being detained, that is what you're going to get with foreign forces. The U.S. military and police force are way more constrained with regards to how we handle people and civilians than foreign governments are. And what you just showed right there, and that little message that you put out about the people getting raped and everything like that, that's what you're going to get with foreign forces, and it's absolutely unconstitutional. I'm retired now, but I couldn't stomach that if I were an active.
Well, for people that don't know, George Washington hung people that raped or even abused people, and the British were wild, but he knew just from a position of morale and with the public PR that the French, the British, they separate sides, allies and enemies, remarked on the comportment of U.S. forces. So from the beginning, the U.S. military was known for not torturing, that all changed in Vietnam, obviously, but now we're known as getting very, very bad, according to what I read. You've been in the middle of it, but I've also seen what's been admitted. My whole issue is absolutely in Mexico, in Ukraine. I mean, the cops, if they see a woman, they rape her if they want to. North Korea, same deal. We are becoming like that.